All right, I see a few people jumping on. Hey, everybody. Hey, it's Eric with Colorado Storm Chasers. Hey, we are west of Colorado Springs on a little bit of snow patrol. A couple inches have fallen out here west of the Springs, anywhere between like Manitou and Woodland Park. So we're going to go check out some snowfall totals, check out road conditions, that sort of thing. So we're making our way up to the highway right now. Cool, 4 inches up in Lakewood. Cool, awesome. Unfortunately, a lot of the snow is coming to an end pretty quickly. I think we're actually done out here, and people were talking about the amounts of snow we could get out here tonight, and the system moves so quickly, and we had so much melt initially that we just didn't get a lot of snow. It was actually, I said about 1 to 2 this morning. Then I corrected myself, like, well, maybe a little bit more, and we're right about that 2-inch mark, so I wasn't that far off. It's hard to tell with these systems, though. Lots of places are getting a lot more snow than that sort of thing, but there you go. So we're going to do go down the Manitou, do a little loop here on Highway 24, just see where we're getting some snowfall totals. Cool, thanks Tom, appreciate it. So you guys are chiming in with some snowfall totals and appreciate it. Good evening, Tom. Good seeing you, man. One of our first snow patrols. Thanks, Elizabeth. We're trying to. We're slipping right now, but we're trying to. So this is the first snow patrol, kind of official snow patrol in our new chase vehicle. So we're rocking a 2023 Kia Sportage Hybrid. It actually does really good so far in the snow. All-wheel drive, you can lock all 4 wheels, like pure 4-wheel drive. That really does help a lot with traction. So, man, I think the traction's about as good as my Subaru so far. But again, we haven't really had a ton of opportunity to check it yet. The snow is pretty slick. It did start as rain, so that's adding a little bit of complexity to it. And a little bit of slush on the bottom. And that slush is starting to freeze. Our temperature's right at freezing. That's one of our problems right now, is we're gonna really start to freeze some of these roads that are just wet. So we're gonna jump out here on 24 and just do a little bit of a loop. Let's see. Really, I don't worry about the conditions. Gloria, that was doing about 20 right through there. Just trying to get on this highway without having too much issue with people. So I'll keep you updated. I'll let you know kind of the highway speeds as we're going here, give you kind of an idea of what's possible. So people are going pretty slow. Especially with that plow right there. We are doing right now, how fast are we going here? 34 miles an hour. You can hear that slush. So this road is fine. When we get back up to Cascade, it's going to be a lot more snow here. Yeah, some places didn't get any. You got some rain though. Remember, any moisture is a good thing. Any moisture is a good thing. So even if you got rain ahead of time, man, there's a lot more moisture content in that rain than snow. So take what you got and be okay with it. Again, any moisture is good. So we're going pretty slow through the pass. That's good. Camcorder here. Again, my only fear is other people. Just people who think they can go a lot faster than they should through here. Like this guy who's just trying to be the hero. Get through the pass so much faster than anybody else. Dum-dum. That's fine. So again, always a little scarier going downhill because you can't really stop as fast. I say this about every winter. It's so much easier to go uphill. You just take your foot off the gas. I know, you're not kidding, Heather. You guys know I posted on from one of our accidents this evening on Highway 24, a complete rollover accident. So I am a firefighter in this district that I'm driving through right now. What I don't want is to get stuck. Not stuck in snow, but stuck behind an accident. So this is coming into Manitou right now. This is West Highway 24. I'm sorry, eastbound Highway 24. We're going to spin back around here because there's not a lot of snow right here. Oops, it's a little small little fan. Still figuring out my car here. We're going to get ourselves spun around here. I'm actually just trying to avoid people right now because it's just one dum-dum who doesn't know how to drive, and this makes all of our lives a little more complicated. So I certainly don't like this traffic coming through here. I'm going to try to get away from these people pretty quick. There's a turnaround up here. We always take fire departments. So again, we're in Manitou. This is the west side of Manitou right now. We're going to spin ourselves around right here and head back up the hill where we have a little more snow and a little less traffic. Trying to keep away from all these people here. Let's see how slick we are here on this turn. Ooh, it's a little slick. Not terrible though. All right, back up the hill we go. We're going to go all the way up to Woodland Park now and see what those conditions are like. Really, the snow has basically stopped. We've lost a lot of that snow. The snow's moved off to the east pretty quick. You can see just a little bit falling here as we kick on our LEDs. You can see how a little bit of snow falling on the LEDs right now. Yeah, they're okay headlights. Obviously I have brights, and then I've mounted an LED bar on the front. They make a really easy front license plate mount for an LED light for a little small one that obviously kicks out a ton, man. Look at the difference there. So that'll be good for those Kansas days when we're trying not to hit cows at midnight, when we're chasing. So you can just hear the slush on the road. It's really all there is right here. We'll check it out as we get a little bit further off to the north here. I mean, off to the west. Yeah, it does a really good job. It's a nice LED light. Easy. Put a little toggle switch on the dash. Did a little wiring. And we're rocking. So, it gives us lots of extra illumination for lots of different reasons if we need it. So, again, just, like right here, we're at 32. So, and we're barely on the road freezing, right? So I know Vanessa Snow Patrol. Although most of our snow ended, if you guys look at the video I posted on our accident today, the snow was really coming down earlier. It was a good dose of snow. It just happened to be a little too quick. So got some good snow, but didn't get a lot. Didn't get a long run of it. Yeah, Jenna. It's kind of making its way off to the east, and then it's going to be gone. So it's obviously tapering off faster to the west. Obviously, because it started to the west. But yeah, so we're going to go and see what our roads are like in Woodland Park here. Hey, I'm live right now if you want to look. We're right at 32 in the pass near Manitou. So far, not a lot of slippery spots in the pass, just some slush. Don't you love it, Heather? It's kind of why we went this way, right? Trying to avoid traffic. Because again, when you're going uphill and you're like, oh shoot, I'm slipping, just take your foot off the gas, right? And you slow down pretty quickly. So heading up to Woodland Park right now. We are passing, coming through Cascade again. Again, the roads are just wet right now. A little bit of slush. Again, hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys got a little bit of snowfall. Again, take any moisture you can get. Even if it didn't give you a lot of snow and it rained, it's actually even better. There's more moisture content of rain than there is snow most of the time in Colorado. So if you got rain initially, you actually did better than most. So we're gonna see what our road conditions do up here. See if they get any better or any worse as we get closer to Woodland Park. We should drop a degree or two, and that may make all the difference up here. We'll see. I feel like I need to turn my camera a tad to the left. I feel like it's aimed a tad to the right. I don't know. Anyone think that's a true story? I feel like it's aimed a tad to the right. Yeah, that's what we're checking for right now, Elizabeth, actually. Right now we're still at 32, so we're right at freezing. Agree. Okay, Beth. Alright, Beth. True story. Okay. Sweet. I'm gonna turn this a tad. Let's see if I can do this. Alright, that's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. Alright. Feels better. I don't know. I don't know if that made any difference or not. Thanks for the stars, Beth, by the way. I feel like it's better. Alright, cool. Heather agrees. Alright, we're doing 45 here on Highway 24. Catching traffic a little bit, so I don't think we're going too fast. We're just being very cautious, which is a good thing, a little better. Does it need to go more over? Heather, Tom, do we need to aim a little bit further left? Or are we okay? I think it's good right there. Maybe a tad more to the left. Missed more. All right, let's try this again. You guys are like, come on, idiot, get your camera right. Oh, okay, that's why it doesn't want to go any further than that. Okay, let me adjust something else here real quick. All right. That should be better. You guys are so picky, man. Man. So demanding. Just kidding. Are you not entertained? Have you not seen enough? There you go. Thanks. Yeah, I did. I think we're better now. Okay, we dropped a degree, but we're still just wet. I think all the pre-treat they did a pretty good job. $300 what in the backseat? I didn't catch it. I missed something. $300 what in the backseat? Sorry, you said load the car, but load the car with what? Sorry, I missed it if you said it. So we're in Cascade, coming up on Green Mountain Falls. Yeah, oh yeah, got it. Absolutely. I love having you guys. Oh, is that car been in the ditch? We don't very often. Channing, it happens every once in a while. It's hard to get convective snow over the mountains. Most of our snow is from lift in the mountains here. Ooh, we're a little slick here. Green Mountain Falls has got some ice. So we don't get a lot of thunder snow. You get it when you get more like convective snow. You get it when you're like rocking cold front, strong cold fronts and things like that. We don't always get that kind of convection going on. And you need that to get some of the lightning. So we get it every once in a while, not as often as you would get it in other places. So. Green Mountain Falls, Michael. GMF. Heading into Woodland Park. We'll go Christola first, and then we'll go into Woodland Park. Probably gonna try to do a quick snowfall total here when we get to Woodland Park too. Not too bad. Roads aren't too bad. Just a little wet and slippery in some spots. You just have some areas where, missed the thunder snow in Banning Lewis. That there was some pretty good convective snow across Colorado Springs earlier, so there could have been some thunder snow for sure in that Colorado Springs area and a little bit east of there. I should have a little bit of rotation in there. Earlier this afternoon, Brian Bledsoe, KKTV chief meteorologist, was messaging me about some rotation, a little bit of rotating, like snow squall coming through the springs. while I was on my fire gear. Look at the fog kicking in now. Yeah, I didn't have it up right away. We were on scene for a really long time on an accident. Waiting for a tow truck and all that. Slush, slippery, and fog in Woodland Park. Alright, coming in the WP Woodland Park. Right now we just got some fog. Kind of eerie. Slush. Ugh. I feel like they do a worse job plowing up here. Yeah, it'll be Woodland Park. The roads are pretty snow covered still. I know you guys mention it every year and I never do it. I'm sorry. I gotta get the map out and find them and all that stuff. So I apologize that I didn't do that this year. I'm a bad winter chaser for you guys. But I know you guys mention it every year, like, oh, Christmas lights. I'm like, I know. Alright, so here's WP. I know, I get crusty. Hey, White Christmas in Pennsylvania. Good for you guys. Congrats. It's kind of fun to have. We kind of had a we had just what was remnants of snow, and you could see it just on the grassy surfaces, but it wasn't much. Man, a lot more snow up here in Woodland Park. On the roads, at least. Are you guys able to see the road in front of the car? Right. Am I tilted the right way? Do I need to tilt down at all? You picky people? Or are you able to see the road conditions pretty well? Cool, we're good. Alright, sweet. Alright, I'm gonna get a snowfall total here. Sweet, thanks. I'm gonna go up to the elementary school here. It's where I always come and do snowfall totals up here. Thanks, Julie. Thanks, others. Heather, Christy. You guys are awesome. Thanks for the help and the heads up. Yeah, good. You want a little bit of the hood, right? Makes you feel like everyone know you're actually in a car. Good. Oops. There you go. Only takes an inch to get a White Christmas. So, yeah, it was like us here. We got it the night before, a couple days before, and then it just, Colorado, it melts so quick here. So, got my handy dandy ruler in the car, somewhere in here. I think I got a tape measure in here. Alright, let's go over here. The super fun in this car with the hybrid. So the electric, when the electric kicks in, it's pretty sweet. And you get instant power and you get four-wheel power instantly. It's awesome. Let's measure right over here in the snow. Let me see. Where's our little handy dandy tape measure? Where are you today? I don't even know how to work anything on this car yet. No, wait. I know I have at least one tape measure in the car. There's the front seat. Alright, we're gonna get a snowfall total here. You can see my crusty butt outside. Taking a photo. 1 second, guys. Snowfall chase. Hold on 1 second, guys. Alright, 2 inches in Middle Park. So about the same as what we got. And love the Cascade, but it's pretty wet snow. It's got a lot of moisture content. Alright, let's jump back in the car. What did I miss? Accumulation until February. Yeah, you kind of get that late season kind of deal going on. Or the harder parts of winter, the kind of more set in parts. We out here, we're the opposite. We get most of our snow kind of front end and back end of everybody's winter. So the change of the seasons when we get ours. So we get it in the like November, December time period, maybe October, and then we get some more in the March, April, May time period. It's really the change of the seasons is when we get it kind of kicking in here. Go check this out. Yeah, I bet, Christy. I bet. Yeah, lots of fog here. Forget how to get out of here. I think I gotta go that way, didn't I? Yep. Alright, so we are right near the high school, elementary school. We'll do a little loop here. Back on Highway 67. Hope you guys are doing well and had happy holidays. You can see, again, a couple inches here in Woodland Park, but again, just a lot of fog on the back end of the system here. Normally that would be, I would think it would be evaporation, but the sun's not out, we're not heating any of the surfaces, so this is just some fog. Probably just the system, we're at such high altitude here, like 9,000 or something like that, we're just picking up all the clouds of this same system that's going over the Springs, the back end of the system. Just got some clouds to it. We'll jump back out on the highway here in a second. Some ABS kicking in. Haven't had that happen yet. At least we know the ABS works, I guess. Had to find out somehow, right? Middle school. Middle school. Yeah, but if you guys look at radar, most of it is kind of tapering off pretty quickly. The system is moving off to the east pretty quick. We cleared out about, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour ago. And haven't really seen much snow since. Yeah, I think you're okay, Adolf. I mean, we're not going to get much more once this leaves. There's not a lot of wraparound on the system. It's not like a true like surface low where you're going to get a ton of wraparound. So I think once you're done with it, you're kind of done with it. And they'll give them plenty of time to get it cleaned up. So I think you should be fine tomorrow. You are welcome, sir. It's Highway 67. We're going to go just a little bit further to the north and then kind of come back around and be right at like 67 and 24 by the time we 10 o'clock news. Sprinkling, yeah, I mean, there's still, even on the south side of the Springs, there was more rain on this system than anything else. And we mentioned that, when we put out our forecast today, we mentioned the transition with rain and snow, and if you got more rain, you were going to get less snow. But again, it's not a bad thing. In Colorado, on average, it takes somewhere around, it depends on the storm, but 20 inches of snow to have enough moisture to give you 1 inch of rain. So that's called a 20-to-1 ratio. Now, across the country, that's different because of just different levels of moisture and dew point. So you get like a good south snowstorm, or even when we get off to the northeast, those are going to be more 10-to-1 storms. So sometimes even 8-to-1. So you got, 8 inches of snow. Well, you melt it, you're going to get about 1 inch. of rain. And so that's an 8-to-1 ratio. But in Colorado, our ratios are much, much lower. Sometimes even as high as 30-to-1, where it's going to take you 30 inches of snow to give you an inch of rain. So on a storm like this, if you get the rain ahead of time, and let's say you get a 1/4 inch of snow, man, that's the equivalent of, what, 7.5 inches of rain. So take it, right? Take it all day long, kind of a deal. So yeah, this one is a little bit more content. I still don't think this is a 10-to-1. It's probably a 15-to-1 or something like that. But yeah, this one's got a lot more moisture to it. Here, we're gonna turn around here. Just don't want to lose my signal. But yeah, this one's a little bit better moisture content. But so again, yep. So if you can get the moisture content, you're good. But again, if all you got was snow and the snow is really light and fluffy, you actually really didn't get that much moisture content. That's all, excuse me, ultimately all that matters right now, right? Is we want it to kind of calm down our fire danger, et cetera, et cetera. Well, that all gets done with moisture content. So take the rain all day long over the snow. Okay, Highway 67, we're gonna come back into Woodland Park here. See, the road's just kind of iffy. You know, kind of like in between, you know, kind of some snow. So we're still, still waiting on the big one for Colorado Springs. All right, we're still waiting on that, big foot snow kind of a deal. We just haven't got. Now, our pattern has changed a little bit, and we're getting more of these systems coming across. We're almost looking like a little bit of a little period of time here where we're doing more of an El Nino pattern, which will give us more waves like this. So this is not bad. Thanks, Elizabeth. Have a good one. So if you look at the jet stream, it's kind of flattened out a little bit. And less pushing into that northern part of California and Oregon, and kind of flattening out. That bodes well for us in Colorado. Not to get kind of feet and feet of snow, but to get more patterns coming through and giving us more chances for more snow more often. So we are getting a little bit of a break from our La Nina pattern, where all of our snowstorms were riding to our north. So yeah, again, that's more of an El Nino pattern. Seeing that jet stream where it's at over the Pacific. When it's at far south, it's more of an El Nino setup. When it rides further to the north, it's more of a La Nina. So again, doesn't necessarily mean we're going to get bigger snowstorms. It means we're going to have more active pattern. And we'll get these waves that go through, and you get a couple inches, get a couple inches, get a couple inches, get a couple inches, which does add up in time. So there you go. Real quick. Weather lesson, Weather 101 for you. Again, we are coming into Woodland Park here in a second. Yep, agreed. Any way you can get it, right? Any way you can get it. Okay, this is not necessarily downtown Woodland Park, but this is where 67 and 24 come together. We're gonna go bounce up 24 a little bit here, a couple miles towards Divide, and then come back into town. It's not super wide plows. Not the doubles, not the double ahead of us, but it's a pretty wide one ahead of us. Hey, absolutely, we love doing these. Sharon, we just haven't had a chance to do them in a while. So, snow patrol, you know, stuff like this holds us over until spring when we can chase storms again. You know, get out on the plains and chase some tornadoes. So this is our brand new chase vehicle. This is a 2023 Kia Sportage Hybrid. So all-wheel drive, locking differential. Yeah, it's a big change from Greece. I'm sorry, you miss home. So right now we're sitting at 1,088 miles on this car. And so she needs to see her first tornado. So we're hoping to get out chasing as soon as we can early spring. We do get occasional winter setups. There's, you know, we had one a couple weeks ago across Dixie Alley, or I'm sorry, the southern part. I know Dixie's kind of a word we're trying to get rid of. The southern part, southeast part. Those are just really hard setups and almost impossible terrain. So we usually try to avoid those setups. They're incredibly far anyways for us. But they're also just not ideal to chase. But we'll get some, you know, Oklahoma, Texas, Kansas set up at some point, and we'll get out and chase. And get our new chase vehicle, her first tornado. Hopefully get about as good as a shot, if not better, than when No got her first tornado and we got a shot right behind her of it. You can see our car, the door open, and the tornado in front of it. That was a really fun tornado. Lockett, Texas. All right, rocking here. Ooh. You can see very snow covered here. You can hear that slush too. So a little bit smaller chase vehicle, much better gas mileage, but still lots of room to take people, because we do take people chasing with us. Plenty of room for our gear, so it's kind of a happy medium. We didn't need such a big vehicle anymore. We're towing with our Ascent, and we're no longer going to do that. So we didn't need to have the Ascent anymore to tow. So we could downsize a little bit. But still have all the bells and whistles. I mean, this thing does it all. Has, you know, lane keep. It'll steer. It'll, not that I know, but it'll steer itself down the highway for at least 2 minutes with your hands off the wheel. That's kind of wild. Don't ask me how I know that. But, you know, kind of like, you know, it does everything except the only one thing it does not have is adaptive cruise control. It's kind of a bummer. I kind of like it. And I don't like it at the same time. It has some benefits. It has some downsides to it. But it's nice to have if you want to use it. And they only put it on like the top end model, and I just didn't want to spend $42,000 on a car. So I went, okay, well, the trade-off is not having it. So, which is okay. But, you know, blind spot warning, it'll beep at you if you're trying to turn, someone's in your lane. navigation, leather seats, you know, all that kind of good stuff. We're going to do a U-turn up here. I actually think I want to be heading eastbound when 10 o'clock hits, because the road seems worse eastbound. I don't know if just the plows haven't got a good hold of it yet or not, but so we're going to do a quick loop and get back up to where we just were and then come back down right for 10 o'clock. Maybe? Yeah, this thing does not have the turning radius my Subaru does. It's a little bit slower, a little bit longer of a turning radius. Go Subaru. Do a quick turnaround up here and come back down 24. Okay, we should be eastbound on 24 in Middle Park. Reset here real quick. Alright, we're going to bounce on the 10 o'clock news here real quick.
Chin's playing his own game here. Right.
Just rolling through. Cool. I lost. If you guys are dropping messages, sorry, I'm not getting them for some reason. So sit tight if you're trying to message me. I can't. Not getting them right now. Cool, now I see your message. It's weird. I'm gonna try to catch any lights. There we go. It's going a little. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. Facebook they just keep messing with it. They won't leave it alone. It drives me nuts. Cool. Tom, am I live or is it live? There's always a delay. So are you seeing me live? Yeah, I didn't think so. I never know how fast it's going to take me. So I'm always trying to time up my driving through this town. Alright, cool. Thanks for keeping me updated, man. I'm watching on my app, but there's such a cool. Alright, cool. They'll get to me right after that. Maybe they didn't use me at 10 o'clock. Let's do a quick U-turn here. Go back up the hill really quick. Ooh, that's slippery right there. Weird. Let's keep driving for a couple more minutes here. We're just sitting tight. Yeah, that's slippery right there. Kind of getting into Woodland Park again. Seeing they're talking about some Oscar involved stuff. Yeah, Shannon, not on the news yet. They're supposed to use me at 10. I thought at the beginning, but they have not used me yet. So they go live. I mean, they go non-commercial free for like 10 minutes. So I may jump in here in a second. Yeah, Shannon. What you got? What you have? Where are you at, Shannon? Most of it's coming to an end. So what you got is what you got. Where are you at, Shannon? Specifically, I can try to give you an idea. Oh, I'm driving by your house right now. Shannon, you have 2 inches. You're not going to get much of any more. So I just measured 2 inches at the elementary school here in Woodland Park. And that's all you're going to get. You're not going to get much more tonight. It's pretty much gone for the night. Sorry, I got confused. I didn't know where you're at. I thought you were a little bit further east or something like that. Yeah, I mean, you can see where I'm driving right now. I'm passing Arby's, so I'm waving at you here in Woodland Park. What's up, Bill? I don't think we're going to snow much more. I mean, I don't know who's... You might be looking at a weather app. There's not much more to it after this. Maybe another one in the Monday. But again, it's going to be like this system where it's not going to be a whole lot. we're in a pattern where we're going to get a lot of little mini systems coming through. So nothing's impressive right now as far as snowfall totals anytime soon. So I'm not impressed by anything yet. But yeah, this is there's not, maybe a few showers. Yeah, don't trust your app. Your app is, I think your app is wrong. If you look on radar, there's not snow on the map. It's pretty much all gone. So yeah, don't trust your app. Thanks, Shannon. I don't think you're going to get much more. You may get a few flurries and a light snow shower, but you shouldn't see much more accumulation. The system pretty much is gone. So the app tries to do a pretty good job, but it can't always keep track of just all the parameters here in Colorado with our weather. So you're welcome. Weird, I never lost it on my end. Guys, did we ever lose our signal? And we kept all of our numbers, so I'm not sure what happened. Yeah, it's slippery. It's snow covered right here. You can see there's snow on the road, so it's gonna be pretty slick. Never lost a signal and all of our viewers stayed, so I'm not sure what happened. That's a bummer. Sorry to hear that, Tom. Yeah, weird. KKTV's telling me they lost my signal. So I don't know. I don't remember losing my signal. You guys have been watching. Did I dump my signal at all at any point along the way? Oh, weird. Okay. Guys, can you see our feed? You guys watching video right now of our feed? Are we live? Can someone see our live feed? Are we live right now? We weird. I don't know what's going on. They're trying to grab my feed right now. But yeah, the roads are pretty slick. There's a good layer of like slush and crap on the road. So you want to be careful. You can see all the lanes aren't there. I mean, the lanes are there, but certainly snow and crap in those lanes make it a little slippery here. It really feels like the eastbound lanes are worse than the westbound. We're trying again. We're trying to quick throw our feet up on the news. I know, doesn't it? The way the light is hitting that cloud deck. It really does. Cool. Let's see if he takes me live here. I gave him a quick location. I think it might have been on their end that they were having some hiccups getting the live feed. I don't know. It's been a while since they pulled my Facebook Live, so maybe they forgot how to do it or something like that. We'll do another loop of Woodland Park here. We're all rusty, right? Yeah, I guess so. So yeah, you can hear the slush and stuff on the road. This is not ideal driving right here. It's not horrible. We've done it before, but waving at all my Woodland Park friends. Had a lot of tower problems in Woodland Park, typically with tourist traffic, so we should be okay on nights like tonight, but I know they're still trying to get it figured out. Oh, cool. Thanks, Tom. Appreciate it. Yeah, he just sent me a message. Thanks, Tom. I appreciate it. Woodland Park is still struggling with their Verizon tower, so maybe that was it. We're gonna head back home. Go back to bed before we get toned out for the fire department in the middle of the night. We had 3 calls last night. 2 at, not too bad, like 11 o'clock, and then 1 at 6 a.m., which isn't horrible. It's like the 2 a.m., 3 a.m.s that are horrible. So, typically by now, people know the roads are bad and they go slow. It's early on when you transition from like rain to snow, etc., that people have a tendency to get in accidents. So hopefully, cross our fingers, it is a quiet night at the Green Mountain Falls Fire Department. Because it's every night this week we've had something kind of overnight hours at 5 a.m. So they just wear on you because you get home and you don't really go back to bed. Your adrenaline's kind of still flowing from whatever the call was, whether it's an accident or a medical run, and your brain's working through, medically, what do we got to do? We get administering oxygen, or what are we doing? So, good night, Diane. We're about to call in tonight too. Look at the clouds, pretty sweet. That low cloud deck is like right here. Smoke on the right hand side. I think it's all coming from Walmart. I don't know why it's coming from Walmart. It could just be their heating system. Or maybe it's a house behind it that's burning a ton of wood, but maybe it's just where everything settles, but it looks like it's coming right from Walmart. Funny. Feels like the clouds have just settled in the Walmart parking lot. Walmart creating their own weather since 2022. So we're winding down. I'm tired. Snow has stopped. Yeah, looking at radar, there's nothing left, guys. So pretty much, it's about Callahan is about where that rest of the snow is. Colorado Springs, you're done. Looks like Monument, you're done. You may get a little bit of residual off the Palmer Divide if the winds can turn the right direction tonight. But everybody else, I think we're done. So, you know, the boom or the bust or whatever, I mean, you know, lots of places got 3 or 4 inches. I think Black Forest got 6 along the Palmer. We're always in that weird spot out here where sometimes Manitou gets more. Tom, you got 6? That's what I've heard. That's the rumor out in the Black Forest area. I would. Yeah, your elevation would have turned that rain over a little bit faster. So yeah, I could see 6 inches for sure if you got it in your neck of the woods. I haven't been up there, so I don't know, but that's doable. I mean, we were looking at about that much for that Palmer Divide, Castle Rock area anyways. I could totally see that. You can hear the slush and the slipperiness below us right now. Yikes, you measured. You're right. You're right. Man, this car's going way too slow in the left lane. I can see it. You would have turned over a little bit faster because of your elevation. You're obviously getting help on the Palmer. This guy's going to rack right in front of us, aren't you? Okay, don't drive that slow in the left lane. I feel like there's every time I come through this stretch, there's a car in the left lane that drives like that. It's really dangerous. Yeah, you're tapering off a little bit later, Tom. Yeah, the radar, you're right on the edge. So that's cool. Good for you guys. And it's a good moisture content, like you said. So sweet. Sweet. All right, we're going to roll through Greenmount Falls on our way back here. See how pretty Greenmount Falls is tonight on our way home. Temperature is dropping. Roads are gonna get slipperier, more slippery as the night goes on because we're dropping in temperature here behind the system. We're in 30 here. So everything that was wet is gonna not be wet. So you gotta be careful if you're out driving tonight. Just because it's not snowing doesn't mean it won't be slick. Coming through GMF on our way home to Cascade. It's a really pretty tree up here. It took weeks, maybe a month, to decorate this tree, but she is pretty. She is pretty. Now it looks like you guys are all frozen on me. We'll see. I can see people coming in and out of the page, but I can't. Maybe you guys are still coming. I don't know. Oh, no, we're still scrolling a little bit. Got quiet for a little bit. Little downtown Greenmount Falls action right there. Cool, thanks. just got quiet for a while. Not that I expect you guys to constantly chatter. But we are winding down. We're going to kick our live feed off here in about 4 or 5 minutes here as we get through GMF, get back into Chipeta Park in Cascade, put up some LEDs, see what's going on the road. A little snow-covered road. Again, hopefully a quiet night. I love helping my community and responding as a volunteer firefighter, but a couple nights in a row of overnight calls, it gets pretty miserable. It is pretty. I can always not respond, but I'm like, well, I'm not really helping then. The guilt gets to me. Maybe it's the combination of guilt and FOMO, I think, is what gets to me. What am I going to miss? I'm sure that will change in time. A lot of my firefighter buddies are like, oh no, I don't do that anymore. So, it's still new to me. Even a year, I'm just about 1 year in. So there's still a newness to it all. Still haven't seen a lot of calls. Get a lot out here, so and they plowed one side of the road. Thanks, Tom. I'm going to bed here. We're finishing our live feed in about 2 minutes, so thanks. Will you guys hang in there? Like I said, if you got snow right now, it's going to continue for a little bit. It is slowly pushing off to the east and northeast. It is clearing most of El Paso right now. When I looked at radar a couple minutes ago, looked like it was the edge of it was getting closer to that Calhan area. So that will all move off to the east. And there's not much behind it. So don't, again, some of you guys, I think Shannon mentioned like her weather app. We're not going to get much more. There's no wraparound to this system. And so once you're done, kind of done. And what you got, you kind of got. So take what you got and be happy. Take all the moisture content out of it, and all that good stuff. So we will keep you posted if anything pops tonight. We'll be live at some point tomorrow. Obviously, we'll get you updated with the next system that comes in early next week. If we can, and there's still snow on the ground, we'll get our drone up in the morning and see what we can see. And see what hasn't melted, what hasn't frozen over, all that stuff. So, but guys, I appreciate you guys joining us and being on our page. Thanks for hanging. From snowy, right now Cascade, but the west side of Colorado Springs. So, all right, guys, have a good night. Be safe if you're gonna be outside. Please be careful driving. And we will talk to you guys next time. See you guys later.